today on Divorce Court.
Lemuel's not a good man. He's a cheater. I caught him cheating and sending nude pictures to other females. I want the judge to tell Lemuel to man up and be the man that he's supposed to be for me and the father that he's supposed to be to my son. If Lemuel cannot step up and be the man that I want him to be, I'm calling off the engagement and I'm moving on and finding a real man that can treat me right.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Lemuel Brown and Renesha Parker. The two of you have been together off and on for 4 years. Ms. Parker, you have one child that's 1 year old, but it's not with Mr. Brown. You two are trying to decide whether or not you should get married. So you came to me for my opinion. You took my compatibility test. You also gave me your license with permission to tear it up should I find that this union is inadvisable. So I'm going to start with you, Mr. Brown. Why don't you tell me what your primary concern is when considering whether or not you should marry Mrs. Parker?
Well, Judge, we've been together for 3-4 years, as you said before. We met through a mutual friend. We went strong for about 2 years, and then we broke up.
How old were the two of you when you started dating?
Well, at the time, I was 20, about 24, 25, I want to say.
And how old was she?
And she was 19.
Okay.
And we went together, and we broke up after the second year. And then later on, we got back together. When we got back together, she told me that she was pregnant. She said that it could be a possibility that the baby wasn't mine. But I grew up without a father in my home. It was me, my brother, and my mother, and me and my family members in the home. And I didn't want the baby to live with our father. I love Ms. Parker with all my heart. And the baby now thinks that I'm the father. I mean, I was there in the court. I was there in the hospital. I was there to cut
You've
the
been
cord
the man. You've been the fella that
man,
showed
yeah.
up every day on the regular.
Yeah.
And now you want to make it official by making her your wife.
Yes, but
What's concerning you?
I think that she's cheating on me with other people.
And what makes you think that?
Okay, sometimes I'll come off of work and I'll try to make sexual events to her. She'll push me off, brush me off, and it's like just so much, like, it's just things that don't make sense. I mean...
Excuse me?
Yeah, excuse you, you're excused.
Ms. Parker, let me say this.
Yes, Your Honor.
You had a baby with another dude while you were on a break. So that does tend to live in a fella's head.
Yes,
that you might, toddle off somewhere. Why don't you explain to me the break, dude?
Yes, we had a break in between our time because he wants to sit here and accuse me of cheating. I cannot live with a man and just be with a man that sit there and accuse your fiance of cheating on you multiple times. I come home from work, I work 24 hours, and it's the fact of it is, I need a break. I'm a full-time mom. I'm finna to start back school, and it's like, I want to go out and enjoy me some me time. I want to sit here and probably, have me a couple drinks or something. But it's the fact of it is, he sit here and he doesn't help me with anything. I mainly pay all the bills in my house, and I feel like my man should support me with the, I just feel like he should support me.
Help with paying the bills.
Yes, help with paying the bills, cooking, cleaning, even when he's off work. Like, why do I come home and the house is not clean? Why do I come home and at least nothing not done? When you get home, I cook you meals, I run your bath water, I make sure the house is good and neat, and when you come home, and it's just the fact of it is, why can't I have the same respect?
Okay. Mr. Brown, do you understand what she's saying? She's saying she's holding down her part financially inside the home, and that you're coming up a little light. Your response to that?
I'm not coming up light. I pay all the bills. I mean, I understand that was like
one of you can't be telling the truth.
One,
you gotta be lying.
I work all day. I work from, I leave in the morning and I don't get off till 11 o'clock at night. By the time I get home, it's 12 midnight. I'm tired, I'm exhausted, and then when I have an off day, I want to at least just have one day myself where I can rest and rejuvenate it. Sometimes I work 16 hours a day. 16 hours a day. I don't get home. Where I go after I get off work?
I call your job. They be like you're not there. You left like
I'm not there
4
because
hours
I
ago.
left.
Okay.
Duh.
4 hours ago, if I have to call your job, you have not been. They haven't seen you for 4 hours.
Why are you calling my job anyway?
I can call your job.
I don't call your job. I don't sit there.
Okay, you don't
Is
have
Miss
to.
Parker there? Is Miss Parker there every 5 or 10 minutes? And then if you call my job and I'm on a run, they're of course
You don't
not going
answer
to
your
tell
phone. You come home at 3 or 12 o'clock at night, and I'm like really frustrated.
Yeah, 12 o'clock at night because I get off at 11 o'clock
You
and
do
I
not
work
answer
on the
your
other
phone.
side of town.
Okay, what about 3
We
o'clock?
live over
What
on the
about
other
3
side
o'clock in
of
the
town.
morning? 3 o'clock in the morning?
Hey! Y'all want to get married?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's what I'm here for.
You want to make this a permanent thing?
That's what I'm here for.
Do you have these kind of arguments at home?
Yes, we do. We have it
She starts them.
every day.
Every day you argue
No.
like that.
Every day. Like, he doesn't even, like, satisfy me anymore. And what I mean by satisfy me, like, he's just not there for me. He always complaining about what I wear. He always complaining about my mini skirts, about
Judge, that was
my
a mini skirt what you're
bikini.
wearing.
I mean, I'm 21 years old. I mean, I can't help that guys like to look at me and I find me attractive. He's so insecure about me, about what I'm wearing, that he failed to realize that I love him. I'm coming home to him every night and every day.
I got you. We've run across 20 subjects here. So I want to slow the train down and focus on a few things here.
We was going out and she wore a dress and it's very short. And when she's walking, it's okay, but she bends over and it shows where the sun don't shine.
Everybody gets a view.
Yeah.
Now, he thinks that's too short and you're showing too much. What is your response to that allegation? She's raised the issue of her clothing, and Mr. Brown, you raised that as well. You say she dresses inappropriately, indecently, and not in a way that you would like to have your wife dress. Why don't you tell me what she wears and why you have a problem with it?
Okay, on one occasion, we was going out and she wore a dress, it's a black dress, and it's very short. It comes somewhere right here. And when she's walking, it's okay, but she bends over and it shows where the sun don't shine.
Everybody gets a view.
Yeah, they don't even have to do like this. They just stand there, she bend over,
and it's
there. It's like
it's all out there. Is that the dress you're talking about? No, it's not the black dress, obviously.
That's one of them.
But that's one of your dresses, and
Yeah.
now he thinks that's too short and you're showing too much. What is your response to that allegation?
No, I was not. I had shorts up on her.
You had shorts.
I didn't see no
under there,
shorts.
so-
I had shorts up on her.
Well, let's see some more so I can get a sense of what you're complaining about. The girls are out.
way out.
Yeah, I get it. I get the nature of the concern. I get the nature of his problem. His problem. Let me move on to something else. You did have another kid while you were on. You did have a child with somebody else while you were on a break.
Yes.
Is Mr. Brown? Is he coming across as a good dad there,
No.
or do you have issues and concerns with respect to the way he treats that child?
When I was pregnant, my son, Mr. Brown was doing excellent. He was doing good. He was buying me stuff, my baby stuff, baby white, baby Pampers, because my baby came out premature. And Mr. Brown, he didn't even, like, after my baby was born, everything just switched up, changed. He just go to the strip clubs. He go everywhere to spend his money, but he doesn't spend the money on his baby. And
Well, it's not his
It's
baby.
not his baby because it's not his baby, but it's his step baby. And
No,
it's
and I get that. He's
okay.
not married to you, but can you at least consider or at least realize that there could be some resentment there because while you were on a break, you actually created a life with another person. I mean, just casually.
Mm-hmm.
You know, wouldn't you see that he'd be somewhat upset about that?
Yes, but
No, 'cause she don't care about herself.
I did inform him before we even got back together. I told him that it is another man's baby. He was like, okay, he was fine with that. And it's about it is, if you decided to be in me and his life, why?
You gotta actually be there.
Right.
Well, what isn't he doing?
He's not buying my baby Pampers. He's not, like, taking him out anywhere, like, to the park. He's just not spending any time with him. And it's about the is my son calls him dad, but as he sees Mr. Brown as his dad, he doesn't know that.
I got you. Mr. Brown, let me say this to you. I would understand your resentment. I probably wouldn't have taken it back, but I'm just old school like that. But having said that, once you do decide to be in a child's life, you kind of got to show up correct. Are you doing less than you could do to give that little boy that life that you didn't get, that sense of family that you didn't have?
I try my best to do that, but when she started doing all this stuff, and in my gut, I feel she's cheating. It's just like, I mean, the baby's
What kind of raggedy stuff is she doing?
Just all kinds of stuff. I mean, one time she was on the phone in the room, and I came in and I asked her a question, and she going, shh. I'm like, what you shushing me for? And I hear on the receiver another guy's voice. And all of her family members and all of her friends know that we're together. We've been together for the longest. They know she has a baby. Everyone knows that. But she shushing me. I'm like, what you shushing me for?
I am not shushing him. He expected me to not have any male friends. I've been knowing this guy friend that I told him to shush. I've been knowing him for 11 years, ever since we was in elementary school.
Then?
I wasn't even telling him shush. I was just telling him shush because of the fact that we was having a conversation. He was telling me about something. And it's the fact of it is, if he is accusing me of cheating, I should accuse him too, because of the fact of it is, he wants to sit there and have naked pictures in his phone.
I told you 1,000.
Okay. We're going to discuss that. We can get back on track.
She told me that one of the guys missed his last bus. So then she says, well, can he sleep in the bed?
With the two of you?
Yeah, with the two of us. Because I told her that bed is for me and her. Not only that, she asked me, could she pleasure him?
Did you do that? Mr. Brown, tell me what happened at the birthday party.
Okay, she used to say I didn't do anything for her, like for her birthday. So I decided this time to do something special for her birthday. I actually rented a suite so she could have her 21st birthday party, because on my 21st birthday party, I went all out. So I wanted her to go all out, but she didn't have any money then. So I took my whole paycheck. Since we had money to use it, I took my whole paycheck. I bought a suite, I bought the food, I bought the drinks, I bought everything. And all I told her to do is just, invite your friends over. Only one condition: they cannot spend the night. That's the only condition I told. I said they cannot spend the night. So we had fun, party, drink, dance, went to the pool or whatever. Next thing I know, it's 12 o'clock, 11:50. I guess people getting sleepy and they ready to go home. So half of the people left. The only person who was supposed to stay was me, her, and two of her other family members. That was the only people that was going to stay. She told me that one of the guys missed his last bus. And she asked, could he stay? And I said, I told you that he couldn't stay. I said, you know what? Since he missed his last bus, I know how the bus is running. And I said, so I'm going to let him stay just this one time, but never again. So then she says, well, can he sleep in the bed?
With the two of you?
Yeah, with the two of us. Because I told her that bed is for me and her. Because her family members, they had to pull out the little pull-out thing that come out the couch. Then, not only that, she asked me, could she pleasure him? I said no, and no. He sleeps on the floor. Can you give him a pillow? You can give him a pillow, but he sleeps on the floor. Can you get a sheet? He better go to the front desk and ask the lady for a sheet, because he ain't getting one on the bed.
Did you do that?
I was drunk, Your Honor.
I don't got nothing to do with
You two
it.
need to quit drinking.
She needs to quit
That's
drinking.
number one. I think a lot goes wrong at your house because you people are intoxicated. I really do. A lot of dumb stuff, but drunk notwithstanding, you gonna ask your man who's rented a room to pleasure another dude in his presence?
Actually, Your Honor, I'm the one who paid for the room. And it was my 21st birthday.
Yeah,
I wanted
and
to
I
have
paid it
fun
for
and
you.
turn up. No, you did not.
Oh my God. So I just come
Okay.
just for no apparent reason?
I have some things to say. Let me say this. In order to engage in anything as complex and meaningful, deep as a marriage, you have to actually know what marriage involves. And I don't think either one of you have an idea. I think there are a lot of young people out there, 21, 22 years old, think a marriage is a reason to have a wedding. That's it. You know what I mean? All the flowers, boom. Marriage is something that two mature individuals have to enter into. They have to trust each other. They have to love one another. They have to understand and be comfortable with each other's faults and their problems. They have to have a game plan about where they're going, how they're going to get there, and what they want to do. And you have to be well-centered in yourself. You have to feel like you're in charge of who you are. I think you feel a little guilty about some of the stuff you've done. I think you feel a little less than because you've been out there and been a little bit raggedy. And I think that you want to make it okay by putting a ring on it so you can say goodbye to all of that, so you don't have to look at that anymore. So that isn't who you are anymore. And what I'm telling you is marriage doesn't change who you are. You change who you are, and you have to be who you're going to be before you get married. And you are not defined by the errors that you make. You're defined by your recovery. Do I recover from my errors? Do I see that there's a problem with alcohol here? Do I see that there's a problem with getting attention from men and needing that to feel good about myself? Because I think that's a lot of what you do is you're not quite sure you're as pretty as you are, and you're not quite sure you look like you should look because the models in the magazines don't look like you. And I think you comfort yourself with exposing yourself and allowing yourself to be free like that, and you don't like it. You don't like who that is. You don't like who you are when you're that girl. And I think he's a good dude. And I think you know he's a good dude. He's not a perfect dude, but then again, you're not a perfect woman. If two people go into a marriage solely with the idea that the other person's imperfections need to be corrected, the marriage will not survive. And that's where the two of you are. You have no concept of what it means to actually be in a committed, meaningful adult relationship. And until you are in that position, you're not ready to get married. There's no hurry. You're 21 years old. 21. 21. You know, you got time. You can go to school. You can get a degree. You can become anybody you want to be and get married along the way. Define yourself by what you do from today forward, not what you messed up yesterday. Please, you see what I'm saying? Don't be in a rush to connect with somebody. That doesn't get you anywhere. You be in a rush to be the best you can be. If he's a cool dude, he'll be with you when you get there. But if he's not a cool dude, you'll find a better one along the way. I think you're a perfectly nice brother. I think you're good. I think you're kind. I think you're loving. I just don't think you're ready. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
Take your life in your hands. It belongs to you. And the most important thing that you can control is your fertility. If you can't control that, you can't control your money, your time, or your options. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Birth control, birth control, birth control. Growth, growth, growth. Books, books, books. Learning, learning, learning. Bye, bye, bye.